Hey Instagram. Happy Thursday. Happy to see you all here and can't wait to share our news with you today. We have a lot of great news. Thanks for coming, Daphne and Ms. Williams. Hi, Tiff Marie MD. Tim 8N. Naturally TT. So good to see you guys. You love my shirt? Thank you so much. It's from Amazon. I can send you the link if you want. It was like no kind of money at all, which is my favorite kind of thing. An Amazon purchase that doesn't cost a lot of money. Hi, who's Sharona? Charlene is here. Stay Blessed is here. You love your dryer. I'm so glad. Please tell us all about it. And if you'd ever be willing to do a live with me, I'd love to have you. Drop the link for the shirt. Okay, I'll figure out the link and we'll find a way. Maybe what we'll do is we save this to our wall. And I'll make sure we put in the link where to get this shirt. But I think it was literally like $20 and it comes in a bunch of colors, and I even have a black one that's long sleeved. So thanks for the shout out on the shirt. Hi, Crazy with the K. I hope you are still loving your device so much. I saw that Ladosha did your hair for you the other day, so I was following along on the page. Oh, good. Somebody just said, Stay Blessed, who just got her dryer, said she cannot believe how it works. Isn't it fantastic? Like, everybody watches me do these videos, and I think that they think, yeah, it'll work on her, but will it work on me? And the answer is yes. So if you have textured hair, it's going to love you even more. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. The excellent Stella, thanks for joining. So happy to have everyone here. Hey, Colin even joined. Hi, Colin. Colin works in our Ohio location at headquarters, and I never get to see him anymore because COVID has kept us all apart. So thanks so much. How does it work on black hair? Even better than it does on mine, I'll tell you. Most of the customers that we have actually have curly or coily hair, very textured hair. So it's not just for someone with fair skin and untextured hair. It's for every color skin and people with textured hair. It's really amazing. So I think the people can shout it out. Someone just got theirs. Stella did. I cannot wait for you to use it. It's going to be amazing. And again, if you guys ever want to join us live, you can private message us if you have a device, and I would love to have you. It is what makes these lives so great. So I'm hoping a lot of you got the email or saw the announcement in our stories, or maybe you saw it on our wall, but we have a big announcement to tell you later on. So we're going to teach you a few things with, of course, our resident expert, our resident RevAir expert. Although she's a trichologist, she's a master colorist, she's an amazing stylist, she's an author and a formulator and just a really good person. So I'm going to invite Ladosha. We'll jump right to what we're going to talk about today, which is how to wash your hair. I know that sounds ridiculous, right? When I first heard that she wanted to teach people how to wash their hair, I thought to myself, yeah, don't we all do that every day? But the truth of the matter is I was washing my hair wrong for my whole life, and it has changed the game. So we've taught this once before, and I'm definitely excited to talk about it again today. So let me invite Ladosha to join us, and then we will talk about how to wash hair, and then I'm going to tell you the big news. It's real big news, and you're going to want to learn more. That is your hint. Okay, let me grab Ladosha. Here. I can't wait to see her. She's been talking all day about this class on her Instagram. Hi.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, yes. Yes, I went with barrettes today, change it up.
Yeah, switch it up a little bit. How you guys doing? How you guys doing out there?
They're doing so great. And Ladosha, you don't even know, but I have a huge announcement at the end of this. So we are going to be breaking some news this evening. Are you excited?
Yes, I
Okay,
love
okay,
good
okay.
news. I love good
Yes,
news. I love good news.
it's good news and it's big news. So, I told them that we did this class before live and that I was so excited to do it again because my whole, like when you first said, oh, I'll teach people how to wash their hair, I was like, oh yeah, my mom taught me that when I was little. Like I did not realize I was doing it wrong the entire time. And so I want anybody who uses too much shampoo and conditioner to put the raise your hand emoji in the comments because that's me. I used too much for way too long. So I would love for you to talk about washing your hair, but here's my first question.
Yes.
What makes a good shampoo?
So scientifically,
Mm-hmm.
ingrediently, how's that? Ingrediently
We're making that a
speaking,
new
we're going to
word.
make that word. Ingrediently speaking, shampoos in specific parts of the world have generic formulation. Okay. And so it depends on your environment where you live at in different parts of the world. Then each country has their own, like, let's say, like FDA or someone who
Sure.
oversees the legitimacy, the efficacy, the safety of the product. So in America, we pretty much have a generic formula that has like water, cetyl alcohol, ammonium sulfate, or you have some, now you have the sulfate free, so you have all
Sure.
these different ones. And let's take like over in Siberia and Russia, where
Wow.
theirs, they have natural soap root, they have nettle, they have burdock oil. So
Oh,
different
wow.
parts of the world have different standard formulations. But the basic formulation for most shampoos and conditioners are number one, water. Number two, some type of a surfactant like ammonium sulfate or a sulfate-free
So
ingredient. And
surfactant is like a soap, right?
it's
Like a
like
fancy word for soap,
yeah, or
soap
cleanser or
ingredient,
scrubber.
cleanser.
Yes.
Okay,
And
perfect.
then the third one would be something that bubbles, anything
Mm.
that's a bubbling agent. So a lot of people think that suds are natural.
I was gonna say,
No,
or that suds equal clean
no,
because yes.
no,
Okay.
no. And then the last thing would be maybe some type of a protein or softener. So those are like your top four ingredients. And then everything after that is just a little fluff. You know what I'm saying?
Little fluff, yeah.
It's a little
So,
fluff.
so when I had worked in a salon years ago, I worked in a salon straight out of high school as a receptionist, and I loved my job. I loved it because I felt like everybody walked in excited for their appointment, and they all walked out like 2 inches taller because they were like so happy with their hair. And kind of what I was taught then, and I want to know what your feelings are on this, is that people didn't spend a lot on their shampoo because they feel like shampoo cleanses and then goes right down the drain, but they're taught conditioner is more important because it moisturizes the hair. Do you find that to be true, or is there one that's more important than the other?
Well, to be honest,
Wow.
the shampoo is more likely the most important part of
Is
hair
that something
care.
they don't tell you? It's a
That's
hair
what they
salon, which is
don't
the
tell
name of
you.
your book.
That's the name of my book. And so that's also very, very, that's a big myth. I mean, at the end of the day, one can argue it's all going to clean your hair, which would be true. So hair care products are like cars, all automobiles will get you downtown, an Escort, a Hoopty, a Mercedes Benz. The question is, how do you want to
What
arrive?
is your style?
What's your style, how you want to ride. And so that doesn't mean one is better, one is good, one is cheap, one is expensive. It's your style, it's what you like. And again, that's why I love to be a part of the RevAir family, because we are all about keeping it 100. Y'all know how we do it
Yep.
up in here. So it doesn't matter if you spend 99 cents or $99. What's your style? If it works, use it. If it doesn't, toss it. Okay.
You know,
But the shampoo is the most important part. Yes.
okay, that is good to know because I have to tell you, I've spent so much money over the years on hair care products, and I found a conditioner that I love at Sally Beauty Supply that is not some big name brand. And like that is now my go-to, my favorite. It's not super expensive. It's probably like a mid-range. And so it's one of those things that when you find something you really love, so I loved that you shared like at every price point you can find something that will work for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, there is some because people live all over the world in different capacities. So, like, if you're in the military, or if you're a Peace Co-op worker, if you're a volunteer firefighter, you're not going to be around a Sally's Beauty Supply store. You're going to
Right.
be around a bar of soap. So you want to figure out, well, what soap can I use that I can wash up and keep moving? So that would be like your black soap. So there are certain soaps that are made by companies that are good for your hair, your body, your skin, and your face. But you have to make sure that that's how the company formulates. Deca is one of those products. You can wash your hair, you can wash your face, you can wash your body, and you won't have any problem. But all shampoos are not created equal. So we don't like to shun. We are not into hair shaming, and we most
No.
definitely
No,
financial
no,
shaming
no.
just financial shaming ain't gonna happen. Oh, not between
No,
Crystal
some
and
of
I.
my favorite
Yes,
things are inexpensive. I was just telling
yes,
everybody I got this shirt for like $20 and they're
that's
like, put
right.
the
Yes.
link. I don't care how much something costs. It's how much I love it.
Yeah, so it varies from person to person. So again, this is what we like to do right here between Crystal and I with Rev Air, the little umbrella that's popping up, so you guys can stand up under our umbrella because we have you guys covered. So yes, you can use what's going to work on the hair. Soap in general is not formulated, to actually cleanse hair because you have something different that you're washing off. But shampoos are formulated to cleanse sebum oil. They're formulated to cleanse hair care products. They're also formulated to cleanse a certain amount of debris from the environment. So, like dust from your carpet, your
Environmental
dog,
stressors,
that kind of
sure.
stuff, and your medicines. Now, if you have some other stuff going on where you're taking heavy metals medications like chemotherapy, certain
I know.
medications are very heavy. It's going to come out in your hair. Now they have different shampoos formulated for that. If you have a scalp condition, if you have eczema, dandruff, psoriasis, all of these are medical terminologies that no cosmetologist should be playing doctor over your head. So once you tell us what type of scalp condition you have, then we'll know what can alleviate. But we most certainly can't cure. We can't
Sure.
provide any therapy. So we want to make sure that you guys understand that. And in America, by the way, it's the law that the product has to do what it
It
says. Now,
says.
if you misread it, that's another conversation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's I think people don't realize that how hard it is. Like you're not allowed unless you have testing. You cannot say it will improve the health of your hair. You can say it helps to improve the health of your hair. So testing is really important and you have to watch out for brands that make false claims and, sound like they will cure everything because
Right.
if they don't have the testing to back it up. Well, I have one last question before I want you to like go in and show us how
Okay.
to shampoo your
Go
hair.
ahead. Go
And
ahead.
that is I once also heard from somebody who is a hairstylist that your shampoo is for your scalp and your conditioner is for your ends. Is that right?
Holla. Let's give it up to that.
Okay,
High five. Hit that high five. Hit that high five. Yes, yes, yes.
because because I think that again how we're kind of taught, and I'm reading in the comments, people with more textured hair, their parents have a larger conversation with them about how to care for their hair, but kind of this girl over here with not much texture in her hair and some pretty fair skin, my mom was like, lather it up, rinse it out, put it more in, rinse it out. Like that was the extent of the conversation. And don't use too much, you're wasting it. But when I learned that, when I thought about it, it helped me save product. So when I think about it, I don't need as much because I'm really trying to clean my scalp and eventually the ends with kind of what's left over my hands. And then with the conditioner, now I don't start at the top of my head. I start at the ends and work up. Is that the best way to go?
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Positive.
then
Yes,
why don't you
absolutely,
take us
absolutely.
through it? Take us
All right,
through your
so
way to
so
wash.
I'm going to take you through now. Here's one of the big. I want to make sure I say this because I see it coming up in the feed, and what's coming up in the feed is this big thing about cold washing. So I'm going to tell
Yeah,
you
I was
guys
gonna ask,
this.
what's co-washing?
Yeah, so co-washing is when you're using like either a sulfate-free or some type of a pre-poo in lieu of shampooing. So what I want to tell you guys is that you do not want to do that because the scalp is a microbial habitat. So if your pre-poo or your co-washing product is actually a product that can begin to remove the buildup before you shampoo it, bingo. But if it's saying that it's in lieu of shampooing. Now remember, it doesn't have to foam, so don't let the soap, the suds fool you. But be very, very careful of people and companies and products that are telling you don't use soap, because that's like brushing your teeth with your finger. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that, guys. All right. So here's what they don't
I
tell
want
you. Go
to,
ahead.
while you're showing that, I just want to say that lots of people are asking if we are coming out with shampoo and conditioner in the feed. So what I would say is if you are interested in that and RevAir is a brand you would look to for your shampoo and conditioner, I would love it if you would, in the comments, put a red heart. Don't hit the heart button, but put it in the comments so we can kind of gauge if that's something you'd ever want to see from us. And in the meantime, Ladosha is going to walk us through.
All right, so here we go. So when it comes to shampooing your hair, here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Shampooing originally meant massage, but
Oh,
when they changed the definition from massage to washing hair, they didn't change the modality. So when you shampoo hair, traditionally we do this, and that is what shampoo means. It means
okay.
massage, but massaging is not cleansing. So when we take a shower, we don't do this. We do this, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your shampoo. Now, in theory, if you're using a pump, the one pump is enough for that section on your scalp. You don't need to keep pumping. If you're going to use a cap, then the size of the cap is the amount that you would use. So you just squeeze it to match the size. You see that? There it is. And then that way you're not using too much. Next, you want to make sure you're taking the shampoo and you're applying it directly to the scalp. So you're going to detangle this hair before you get in the shower or when you take your braids down, your weave out, your ponytail. You know what I'm saying, okay? So you're going to detangle that hair really, really good. And you can either clip it up with your nice RevAir clips,
Oh, you
or
mean these amazing
yes,
clips? I'll take
those,
these out and
yes.
put these in.
Yeah, or you can just, before, just go ahead on and section the hair.
These limited edition color clips available at
That's right.
myrevair.com.
All right, and
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna take the water and mist it, and then you take your shampoo, and then you can just a little pump if you want to, and get it all on the scalp. Then you're gonna take your fingers and vigorously scrub the scalp area. If you do this, you won't tangle this, regardless how long your hair is, regardless the texture. If you have anything past 2 inches of hair, if you do this, I guarantee you're gonna be like, See, that's why I cold wash. That's why I hate washing my hair. That's why I can't stand going to the hair salon because they be tangling up my hair. Oh my gosh, they're just knotting up my hair. You're absolutely right. So it's very, very, very important that you section the hair, you get the product to your scalp, and then you're going to scrub either the section or you can take your fingers and go up under and really scrub the scalp, come out. And then, like Crystal said, you're going to work your way down, and then you can actually pin it. Or if you're in the shower, you can just leave the hair. So we recommend to our guests who are doing this to actually do this, on the hair before you even get in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
That way, when you get in the shower, you just rinse it, do it again, and it's a done data. Okay, so you can see this more on my YouTube channel for free because this is
Yes.
a lot. We only have so many minutes, but that's pretty much the gist of it. You want to make sure, number one, you detangle the hair. Number two, you want to use your little atomizer, okay, so you can wet the
You
hair.
mean this, which is now back in stock?
All right, yes. And then you're going to take your shampoo, a little pump, and you're going to apply it directly to the scalp. And then you're going to scrub the scalp, and then that's it. If you're co-washing, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all best to cut that out because that's going to over soften the hair. And once the hair becomes too soft, too mushy, you're losing your texture, your curl, your wave, your coil, or your 4C is now going to become 3B. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very, very careful with those super softening products. You don't want to do that. The comb is the secret in making sure that you're not tangling your hair as you cleanse it.
That's an interesting comment because oftentimes when we're on here, and even when we're not on here, people will say, does the RevAir compromise your curls? Like,
No.
is it going to hurt your curl pattern? And it will not. But what I heard you say is you have more danger of ruining your curl pattern by using a Pre-Poo, is that how you say it, or co-washing?
Yeah.
Rather than using a device. That is huge
Yeah,
bit of information.
because you figure that the co-wash, the concept behind the co-washing is coming from the notion that Afro coily 4C, whatever y'all want to call it,
Right.
textured hair is difficult to manage. That is not true. That's their stuff. This
Right.
is Rev Air. This is our stuff. This is Ladosha. This is 20 years of experience. This is, oops, upside your head, hold your head still. So I live with textured hair. I work with textured hair. I partner with a company who loves textured hair. So some people, it's good in theory to have it soft, but in practice, in real life, you, the consumer, you know that after a while, you're gonna be singing Keith Sweat, something, 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 just ain't right. You're gonna start singing Keith Sweat. So be careful with that co-wash. You can use it to help detangle the hair, but you must come back with a regular shampoo to get that. So in the beginning, it's gonna feel good. You're gonna be excited, but after a while, it's gonna have a little stench. Like, what is that? Because it's not getting the funk out the hair, okay?
Okay, so our girl Crazy with the K, a previous winner, and speaking of winners, I have big news coming up. So if you're here, stay here because it's coming soon. But Crazy with the K said co-washing and pre-poo are two different things. I'm not getting that. Can you explain
Yeah,
that to me?
so remember this is America. I know we love wordplay. So pre-pool it's more like you're gonna it means it depends on the company. So some companies pre-pool means just that before
Hi,
you
Claire.
shampoo, and then some people pre-pool means no lather. So you have to know the language of the company. Every company has lingo, they have languages, they have their own resident experts, they have their own influencers. So don't cookie cut those definitions. So depending on the company, you have to understand what their pre-pool language means. But pre in general means anything that's going to happen before. But so it just depends. Within some companies, pre-pool can also mean it's not going to lather at all. So it varies
Okay.
from company to company.
Okay, so somebody said, can they ask a question? And yes, you absolutely can. Just put it in the comments. We try to address every one of them. So please feel free to ask that question. Okay, so my question is, we were talking about Amazon earlier because, again, everybody wanted my shirt there. Everybody can take a look. Oh, that was kind of more of my chest. But on Amazon, they have those like scalp washers. They have like little nubs.
Oh, the
They're
scalp
round and
scrubbers.
they have like a handle. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, do you need one of those? Are your fingers sufficient?
Yeah, I would not use any of those. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, right now at Johns Hopkins, there's some pretty heavy research going on that actual little apparatus is causing a hair disorder called monolithics. Okay, and so monolithics is a hair disorder where microscopically the fibers are turning into little like nodules on the hair, like it's swelling, and it's giving us a false read on the texture. So you have to
Oh,
understand again, hair care is about three things: hair care and hair styling, the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. So a lot of people who make these devices and stuff like that, they probably haven't partnered with people who actually do hair.
you mean
So
people
again,
like you?
I'm just saying, y'all. I'm
Like
just
a
keeping on.
trichologist
Yeah, no,
like
I'm just
you?
hello. So you have to again be
See
very,
you.
Yeah, so it sounds good and it sounds good and it feels good. But for certain textures, it won't do because when you put the apparatus on your hand and you start rubbing it around, you have two things that's going to happen. So number one, you're going to be
80s,
you're
80s
that's
born, 80s born, 90s raised is cracking me up. Said throw scalp massager away. Like everybody right now is just like tossing those in the trash.
toss it out because when you put that on the scalp, you rub it, you're peeling off that little dermis, that little outer layer. And so that's where your acid mantle is. Your acid mantle is how we get that healthy hyper glow. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be
Healthy
careful.
Hypro-Glow.
That's right. Number one. Number two, there's also a muscle. Do you guys see that? There's a muscle. So if you scrub that too hard, you know what? You can overflex that muscle. And guess what happens? The hair comes out because that erector pili muscle, it's really holding the hair onto your scalp like your gluteus maximus is holding your rump shaker. All I want to do is zoom, zoom, zoom. You know
With
what I'm
the
saying?
boom boom.
I just shake your rump. So you got to be
Just
careful.
throw away
But
your scalp massager.
y'all got to be more careful out here in these parts, okay? So, I mean, you could if you know how to use it properly. But most people at home, they get to, that shaggy DA scrub and they forget because they don't know the science of hair. So the companies are not trying to be mean, guys. They're just trying to
No,
help you out. But this is why your fingers are going to be the best way using the what? The right technique.
that's right. Okay, so we talked about shampooing, and I know everybody's super excited to get to what the news of the day is, but can you talk about quickly conditioning? So now we've sectioned our hair, which I'll be honest, I don't section my hair like you're sectioning it, like with tons of section and clips, but I now like separate my hair
That's
just
it.
with my fingers, and
Yeah.
I like scrub in there. So you totally
Very
changed
good.
the way I shampoo my hair.
Yeah,
But
so
can
if
you
the
go
yeah,
ahead?
so if you have more texture, then you're gonna make more sections. So if you
That's what I
have less
figured.
texture, yeah, you're gonna make you're gonna make less parts. So conditioners, like you said, remember companies, chemists, they formulate for the fabric. Companies sell towards your pockets, your color, your lifestyle. So you have to understand that there is some savvy going on. I'm not trying to, talk about nobody.
No,
We're
it's
just trying to
let's
help
just
you
be
guys
fair,
out.
right? Let's be fair that when you buy a product that you use every day, a company calls that a consumable, right?
Right.
And they are hoping that we will not have a conversation like this so that you go and keep putting tons of conditioner in your hair and then you have to go back for that consumable faster. So what we're talking about here is learning how to actually save money and do right by your hair at the same time.
That's right. So with conditioners, first things first, you want to buy the conditioner according to your texture and type or according to the goal that you have for your hair. When it
Okay.
comes to using the lowest scale, like the hair mapping system 4A, 4B, don't take that system and dumping it into another company's line. If the company is using the lowest scale for their products, then use it because it's going to help you shop. If not, please don't do it because it'll be confusing. That's number one. Number two, it's really, really important, again, that you understand the culture of the company that you're buying your products from. All companies are on these platforms. They
Sure.
love to hear from you just like us. So get onto their Instagram. If they don't have one, come back over here. Stay over here with us, okay? And then
You
see
can
what
get
they're
on their
talking about.
Instagram for a second, but then you have
Okay,
to come
and
back here.
yeah, they come back here with us, okay? And then see what language that they're talking. And then number three, make sure your hair is combed through. You're going to apply your conditioner to the ends. Now, most people use way too much conditioners. Conditioners, the number one culprit to tangled, dry, icky hair is dehydration. The number two reason is too much conditioners. I see people, they're doing like this.
Ah. Oh,
This how
girl,
much
that was me
I'm about to
before.
go there.
That
They
was
got like
me before.
they got like this in
Wait,
here.
this little bit of hair, I would have put double that before because I'm like, oh, the
No,
more the better. I was the favorite
I
of like
I know y'all ain't
universal.
gonna like this, but for real, if you just read the back of the bottle, they have instructions on there to tell you how to use it. You don't use this much at once. You might need to. But let's take this mannequin head here, which I got off Amazon for about $15, okay? You're not going to use
Like my
this much.
shirt, like my shirt.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to use a little bit at a time, rub it all over like lotion, okay? And then you're going to start from your ends because the ends are the oldest part of your hair. If you take the conditioner and you do this, all the conditioner is going to settle to your scalp. Your hair will be evil, funky, ghetto, stanky. I can't stand it. What's going on?
I think
Because
we need shirts that say that. Evil,
funky,
ghetto,
skanky. Okay, so that means that your scalp that's
Instead
not
of like a
producing.
savage. We're going to have
Yeah,
our own shirts.
that's right. And so you put this heavy stuff on your scalp, and then your scalp, remember, it's making its own oils. That's a sebaceous, that's an oil gland. So if you take all this conditioner and put it on your scalp, you know what your scalp gonna say? Forget you, forgot you, never thought about you. Give me a piece of paper and I'll write all about you. It ain't gonna make no oil. Your hair is just gonna get your
Oh my
scalp
God,
is
I
going to
love
get really mad at you, and it won't make the oil that you need for free. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? For free.
For
Your scalp
free?
makes this for free. Now,
How
if
much?
you
Hey,
haven't
Ladosha, how much for one rib? Just
put,
kidding.
put it in my hand. Yeah, put it in my hand,
How
okay?
much for one rib?
Get one rib, okay? Guess what? Okay, so seriously, guys, don't put that much conditioner, okay? Start it off on the ends, and then you go, like you said, take the residue, work your way up, and then calm the conditioner through. There's no human being in the world who can do this.
Oh, I tried for many years.
Y'all cut that out. Y'all hear what I said? Hoppo gonna get y'all. You gonna do right by me. You gotta stop that, guys. Stop taking your conditioners and doing this. That's right. Oh Lord, JJ Wash. JJ Wash, she know what I be talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. JJ Wash, you know how much for the rib. You know how much the rib costs. You know to put it in my hand. Come on, JJ Wash. Holla at us, JJ Wash. And then they just go rub it in. So, guys, don't do that. Save your money. That's right. Who's that? Jada2647. What's up, Oak Town Jada62647? Okay, so do what Jada said. Put it on the ends of your hair first. I know. And then somebody said they on the floor. Yeah, so keep it simple is what we're saying. Keep it simple.
Okay, unlike us who've been crazy tonight. Okay, you guys, so you've waited. Unless Ladosha has anything else to say, you don't have to do your sign off yet, Ladosha, but shall I share the big news with you and with them?
Yes, we're ready. Drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay, you guys, you've been so good to wait. So everybody has been asking us, when are you going to do another giveaway? And the answer is now.
I told everybody.
Right. Not only are we giving away
Amber, you better get on Instagram. They're giving away a RevAir. You better get on there.
No, she just has to enter. Not only are we giving away one RevAir, not only are we giving away 2 RevAirs, not only are we giving away 3 RevAirs, but
you better shut the front door.
But the grand prize winner is going to also get a Kenya Moore luxury set of her hair care items. And Kenya will be here with me next week at this time. So Ladosha and I will start, and then Kenya will be joining me to announce the winners live here on Instagram.
Brandy, right? That's right. You better stop. Tell them, Brandy.
And why is she doing this? Because she loves RevAir. This is not an ad. This is fully us sending her one and her hairstylist one, them falling in love, and her being kind enough to help us, this little brand, in sharing her love. And we want to share our love back of her brand. So I ask all of you, there will be contest details as soon as this live ends. There'll be contest details in our our Instagram wall. I'm sure it'll post to Facebook too. There will be details in our feed of our slides, so you want to be there. Follow the rules. Super simple. 3 winners next week at 7 p.m. Eastern. And 1 grand prize winner will also get the luxury set of Kenya Moore hair.
Hey, somebody's on the feed. They saying won't you do it? They doing a lap for Jesus.
A lap for Jesus. They doing
a lap for Jesus. They are like, okay. They are like, hey, we want to make this happen. This is what we're talking about. We are
excited.
Yes.
So excited. Tag Kenya in the feed. Put a peach next to it. Let's get excited.
I'm going to go over on Kenya Moore and get all up in her grizzle so she can know that we are down with her. I'm going to be on my Facebook page. So let's show Kenya Moore how much we love her. I see everybody's popping up. I love Kenya Moore. I love Kenya Moore. Yeah, somebody said, get that lap for Jesus, get that lap for Kenya Moore. So Kenya, we getting a lap for you, baby.
And the truth of the matter is that we really give prizes. You guys have been able to see 2 winners. We've had 2 giveaways, and both of those winners have agreed to come on live with us. It's fantastic. We want you guys to know that it really is happening. Our part of the prize pack alone is worth over $400. You're going to get a total package. So you're not just getting the RevAir, you're getting so many accessories to go along with it. And then hers is valued at over $130. So you're at almost $600, $550. Basically, go check out all the information. The
Come on now, you can't beat that with a baseball bat.
Right? Right.
That's right.
For being here, clicking a few buttons, sharing a few things. Done.
And who knows? She might do something even more wonderful. Crazy with the Kaya's on the feed. And when she won last week, what did I do? I gave her a free hairstyle. She got here. She got the style she wanted. She got a bouquet.
It looked amazing.
And she got a bouquet of balloons. She got a lot of virtual, elbows. And, we show her just how much we love her hair, just how much we appreciate her. And I posted her pictures on Google, on the website. Everybody was telling her how beautiful her hair is. So you never know what Kenya Moore might be doing a little extra on her own. So let's get over there and let's show Kenya Moore some of this international love.
Huge love. So you guys, again, you can check it out in our slides as soon as we drop off of this live. You can check it out on our wall. It's for USA only. I'm so sorry to say USA, and I believe we can do Canada. So USA and Canada.
All right, Canada.
I'll have to check on that.
She's going to check on that.
Kenya's products, but I'll check on that. The details will be in our feed, so you don't have to quote me. But otherwise, I thank all of you for always being here with us. Every Thursday, we'll be back next week with 3 winners, and not only Ladosha Wright, not only Crystal, but with the one and only, the girl who with the twirl, Kenya Moore. So I'm super excited.
That's right. I can't wait. I might have to rock my curly hair that day. I might have to.
I think I'm gonna have to dress up.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're gonna get dressed up. Okay, everybody dress up. Let's put on our gator boots and pimped out Gucci suits. What's up? Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, let's put them on. Gator boots and pimped out Gucci suits. Y'all want to know why? Because we stay fly. Okay, we rollin', ballin'.
All right, do you want to sign out with us?
Okay.
Let's do it. We can't leave without your sign off.
All right, guys.
Wait, tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, yeah. You can just Google Ladosha Wright. Everything will populate. Please continue to check out my YouTube channel. I actually moved up from 12 followers to 15. So thank you guys so very much for following me. Whoa, y'all better watch out there now. My books are available at lwrightbooks.com. The Amazon store is coming next week. So you know what we say when we're always signing out, right? A whole lot of love, a whole lot of peace,
a whole lot of love,
and a whole lot of hair. And if you don't have any hair, ain't interested in no hair, can't grow no hair, can't stand hair, don't worry. Just rub your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bald head.
Goodbye, you guys. Go enter and win.
Hey, Kenya.